Well, I'd like to welcome everyone this evening to our event with Pavlos Tsimas, commemorating and celebrating the exploits of our namesake, Michael Dukakis, for his role as a public figure in the United States, and particularly for the fact that he was the first Greek American to run for the presidency in the United States 30 years ago, almost to the date, in 1988. We'll talk a little bit more about who we are, the Dukakis Center, a little bit later in the program. I would like first to read something that Michael Dukakis penned back in 1998 when he was first approached by the Board of Trustees of Anatolia College to lend his good name to what was then an endowed chair in public policy. I am honored and touched that the Board of Trustees of Anatolia College would view my work as impetus for establishing a chair in public policy and service. As much as this touched me personally, I must remind everyone not to lose sight of the most important issue, that with the establishment of this chair, Anatolia is adding a new field of study to its curriculum, which will educate members of the next generation of world leaders. If you want to know what our mission is at the Dukakis Center, there it is from the horse's mouth, from Michael Dukakis himself. Now, I'd like to introduce our speaker in just a moment, but let me start first by thanking a certain number of individuals who are here. You'll notice that there are several cameras. We're being filmed in one way or another by live media and by Ad Art. Ad Art is producing a documentary on the 20th anniversary of the Dukakis Center, and they're preparing an archive of our events going back as far as we have film of such events. So I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being here. We are doing a simultaneous translation, as we've done in the past, and it's Michael and Cleo Weber who are in the booth, sealed off from the rest of the world. We've had great times with the Webers in the past, translating our events, and I'm very happy to welcome Michael, particularly back to his alma mater, the American College of Thessaloniki. I owe a debt of gratitude to my colleagues in the college relations and marketing departments, here in the person of Olga Tandila. I think Narusida was here, but I think she's ducked out. The vast amount of work that goes on behind the staging event is done by them in their offices. So Olga, thank you very much. We're happy to be hosted by the staff at the Bissell Library, represented in the person of Evi Tramanza, the director of Anatolia Libraries, and we're grateful to you for your hospitality. You'll see there are a certain number of young people holding microphones, bringing glasses of water, doing other such things. They're interns at the Dukakis Center. We have something rather remarkable this semester. We've added to the number of interns who are taking a degree from ACT, the University Division of Anatolia, a senior from the high school, Anatolia College, who will speak to us in a little while. So George, I'm really pleased to count you among the people who are involved in the project today and to have you speak a little bit later this evening. Now, last but not least, Dukakis Center would not be anything without the contribution of my wife, Fotini Estratiado, who gives meaning to the work we do every day. So, Fotini, thank you very much also. I'll call our speaker up now. It's a gentleman whom I've been chasing, hunting, hounding for the better part of a year. He spoke at the Reworks Agora event last September of 2017, at which we co-hosted the keynote session. And I recalled at the time that he interviewed Michael Dukakis in September of 1999 when we inaugurated what was then the Dukakis chair. And I approached him with the idea that maybe we'd collaborate together on an event here in Thessaloniki. It transpires that he has an interesting history with Anatolia. Perhaps he'll share it, perhaps not. But here, a little over a year later, I'm very, very pleased to welcome and to introduce Pavlos Tsimas, journalist from Athens.